Today I'm doing a bass tournament at Dorena Lake. You guys have been asking for a bass tournament video. You can see all the little lights behind me. It looks like little Christmas trees back there. It's all the kayaks lining up. Gonna be about 40 anglers participating in this tournament today, although some of them are splitting up between different lakes. I'm gonna take you along for the ride, see how we do. Hopefully stick some fish in the face, get some photos. I'll take you guys out in the water once the sun comes up. We're underway. You see those little dots behind me? That's the other guys. I'm in my salty 120, top speed, 6 miles an hour, average cruising speed, closer to 5. I can smoke them in there. Heavy fishing kayaks. Most of those are natives or some of the bigger Hobies, pro anglers, outbacks. They can't touch the salty for speed. So I got a long run, but I'm leaving all them behind so I can get to a spot I was at yesterday that I did very well. Not looking to win this thing, just want to punch a respectable 5 fish and just have fun, right? Like, it's one of the things I've always been kind of, I don't know, always turned off by tournaments. Is like every day I go out to competition between myself and the fish, and I'm just gonna keep it that way today. Not worry about beating other people, but just having a good day on the water, sticking some fish in the face. Okay, I've arrived on my spot that I scouted yesterday. I only had like a couple hours to legally scout it, so they don't let you pre-fish it after like 4 o'clock on the day before, and I didn't have time to get down here, so I'm gonna target this area. It was a creek bed area, comes in. I like creek beds just because it's dynamic habitat, so there's a lot going on, a lot of structure, shelves and flats. It's the kind of place that fish move into to spawn and stage for pre-spawning. It's all those habitats are compressed, right? So it's early in the season. Water temps are 59 degrees, and then by later in the day, they're going to climb into the 60s, especially in the shallows, which is really in that prime spawning temperatures. So these fish some of them are already moving up to spawn. It's under staging, and so there's a channel adjacent to the spawning area, so it compresses all these fish into a tight area. And I'm hoping that I can, pull out my limited fish just this morning working in here, and then spend the rest of the day, really working out over the larger flats where the fish are going to be more spread out. So just got to wait here for 5 more minutes, and then I can start fishing. 1 more minute, and then we can start fishing. It's beautiful out here right now. There's geese, and there's some wood ducks foraging along the grass line in front of me here. It's awesome. And the fog makes it kind of spooky and cool. All right, 5:45. Let's start fishing. There we go, first fish of the day. Nice. There we go. First fish of the day. That's a good feeling. Not a big one, but I'll take it. So we have these identifiers that we have to use to take photos of the fish, and codes on there with their names. So this is a catch photo release tournament, which is nice because you're not moving fish all around the lake and you're just putting them right back where you caught them, essentially. I think minimum is 12 inches. This guy's probably going to be right there. Yeah, he's 13 and a half, but fish is a fish. I'll take it. Alright, fish 1 in the bank. Here we go. Little guy, little male. Oh, it's cold out here. I can't wait for that sun to come up, to be honest. And I'll be hot in like 10 minutes. Alright, let's go back to that same spot, see if we can find a big girl in there. As I'm moving up in this creek bed, the water temp's actually getting warmer and warmer. So we're up to 62. So there's warmer inputs. And the cool thing is as the day heats up, these fish are going to move around, so I can come back and hit in the same spot maybe again. There's going to be a lot of pressure on these fish today with this many kayakers out here. There's only so much lake. So I like to come through first with something finesse presentation like a Senko or a plastic, you know, and fish it slowly and methodically, and then maybe come back through and power fish it with something like a spinnerbait or a square bill. My feet are freezing. I am freezing. I don't want that sun to come up. It's supposed to get like into the mid 60s and be a beautiful day, but right now it's cold. There we go. There's a nice one. Ooh, she's a chunker. It's a nice fish. I'd like to get this one in the boat. Come on. That's a nice one. Right into the net. Yes. Woo! Yeah, that's a nice fish, guys. There we go. I'll take that for sure. Let's see what this one's gonna do. That's a nice fish. There we go. That is 17 3/4. That's not bad. Okay, here's my wide angle lens on the Pixel. I'm gonna check to make sure that photo looks good before I release it. I always check those photos. Make sure mouth's closed. Everything looks good, legible. Alright, we'll let it go. There you go. See ya. Got me all wet. Thanks a lot, buddy. That's a big fish. Yes! Whew. That's a tank. That is a big fish, guys. That's awesome. This is somewhere that somebody had just fished too. Sometimes those Senkos outperform everything. Oh. Look at that one. Nice tank. I like to use a net so that I don't have to worry about the fish's health. They can have water over their gills. It's a nice. Ooh, don't want to lose this one off the board. These are big, 19 1/4. Okay, calm down. Put that tail down. They have to have their tail flat. Sometimes they don't want to put it down. Get one more photo just tight with the lip. Cool. Alright. Into the net. There goes. That looks good. Awesome. Dandy fish though. Look at that. Perfect. Alright. There he goes. Alright, I'm gonna go through I'm gonna throw some spinnerbait. You know, the Senko's nice because it's very effective and you can fish it behind people. Like I'll go, if somebody's power fishing in front of me, I'll go right in behind them with Senkos and pull fish out just like I did this morning. But it isn't very good at covering water quickly. And there's a bunch of like 3 to 4 foot deep grass, submerged grass flats out here. And it's just not possible to just cover it all with the Senko. So as I'm coming back out, I'm gonna just kind of work a spinnerbait over the top of that grass. Just see if we can find something out here. Probably not gonna be, but might be a big pre-spawn female sitting out here somewhere. The harrier. Northern harrier. A lot of wildlife out here. This is a cool spot. If you're into birds like I am, pretty neat. Well, I'm over halfway to my goal of just getting a limit, which is 5. Obviously, I'd like to get bigger than that 13 that I have, but I really just want 5. 5 above 12. I'm always surprised by, like, when I watch other bass anglers, they just always just work the shore, and like they completely ignore the fact that fish occupy areas away from the shore. It's strange. Especially largemouth anglers, they just pound the banks. Which, I mean, that's effective, but you're definitely overlooking potential fish out here in the more open water. I think I got a trout. That was a big old trout, man. That thing was huge. That thing was like 18, 19 inches. That was awesome. Back to the Senko. Senko's doing it, so I'm not gonna fix what ain't broke. There we go. Fish up. Oh, yeah. That's a nice one. It's got me buried up in the weeds, though. Come on. There he is. Decent. Got him. Got him, got him, got him. Right behind these guys that were just power fishing in front of me. I love it. I love the power of El Senko. Alright, man. Having a good morning. I didn't think I don't know. I still don't like having all the boats around, but as long as I'm catching fish, I'm not going to complain. Not a giant, but still fish nonetheless. Yeah, 16 and a quarter. I'll take it. Send him back. I'm fishing right on the edge of this. There's a shallow weed bank comes out like 2 feet deep, and then it drops off to like 4. I'm just trying to go on. I'm just kind of working that edge. Okay, let's figure out what's going on here. About 7:42. I'm gonna get off around the water around 1. So all I gotta do is get one more fish in the next few hours. Seems doable at the rate I'm going right now. It's a dink. Not even 12, I don't think. Okay. Number 5. Well, I made my goal. 5 fish above 12. That's good. That makes me happy. Good. Wrapped you all up in it. Not a giant, but decent fish. Okay. Let's go ahead and... No, it's actually bigger than I thought. It's got a funky mouth, though. Okay. 16 and a half. Not a huge dude, but I'll take him. 5 fish. That's awesome. I go home with my head held high, even if I don't place that high. I got 5. I still have about 3 hours left, so maybe I can upgrade that little 13er that I had earlier in the day to something a little more respectable. And I haven't gotten them on anything but Senko today, but you know, if it works, it works. I'm not gonna complain. Not somebody who has to catch them on the coolest lure to be happy. Just have to be catching. This is an upgrade, a little bit. Nice. Probably gonna be 14 or 15. Hey, hey, hey. Okay. How big is he? He's 15 and a half. That is a 2-inch upgrade. I will take it. Make sure I got a good picture of that fish. And I need to get one more. I didn't get far enough to the left. Got him. Alright, let's get him back into the water. And let's get back to fishing. There we go. Alright guys, it's getting close to 1 and I'm gonna head in and get my kayak pulled up, and then I have to drive into town so I can connect this cell signal and upload my fish for the catch photo release part of the tournament. It's all submitted online. You know, I ended up with like 7 or 8 fish for the day. My biggest was just above 19, so I don't think I'm going to be like winning first, second, or third, but I think I might place in the top 10, I hope. It doesn't really matter. If I wasn't fishing a tournament and I would have caught the same number of fish I caught today, I've been pretty happy, so I think that's all that really matters. But I'll catch you up when we get to the weigh-in and let you know how I did. Alright guys, so we're here at the weigh-in. I ended up with 85 and a half. I'm feeling that's going to put me somewhere in the middle of the pack. But we'll see how I did compared to others. I know that there was much larger fish caught. But we'll give you the updates as it comes through. See, we got about 40 guys lined up here that participated today, so a pretty big turnout. So I'm excited to see what the big fish was and what the totals are for the top 3 positions.
Alright, so let's go. 5th place with, and I'll say where they were. Why not? 5th place on Dorina Lake with 79 inches.
Ooh.
Matt Liebman.
Yay!
Congrats, Matt.
So I'm at least in the top 4. It's pretty exciting.
So since we had so many anglers for this one, we actually are paying out all the way to 4th place.
Nice.
So 4th place on Dorina Lake with 81 3/4 inches.
Ooh.
Cody Allison.
Good job, Cody.
Cody wins $55.
Team Old Town.
So
Yeah.
he makes his entry fee back. In 3rd place on Cottage Grove Lake
Oh, that means I'm in second or
with
first.
83.75 inches, William Eslishman.
Woo!
And $261.10.
Woohoo!
All right. Second place. Second place pays $447.60 today. Second place was on Dorina Lake with 85.5 inches.
That's me.
From Washington, Tyler Hicks. Way to go, man. All right, and in first place, this is the biggest payout we've ever had for OKBF. $1,100.35. First time I've used a comma on a check. First place on Dorina Lake with 90.5 inches. I'm not gonna say it. 90.5 inches, Rich Childs.
Wow, so second place, had no idea that was going to happen. I kind of thought people would do better. That was a completely unknown lake to me. I had only fished it for a few hours the day before, just trying to sort things out. But yeah, absolutely smashed it. Made $500 almost. So that's super cool, and even more so, I won the raffle for one of the most expensive items, which is a $150 backpack dry bag from Ego. So check that out. So overall, pretty cool experience for my first time doing a live kayak bass fishing event. I've done the online ones for several years, but I'm so isolated that I never have time to go do these live tournaments because they're never near my house. So I just happened to be down in the Willamette Valley and went out to Dorina and took home the check. So super stoked. All right, I'll see you guys next time. Just remember, fish smarter, not harder. Bye, guys.